Hey everyone, welcome back. It's game number 2 here between rM.Rev and rM.Int in the Namibian eSports Association's inaugural kind of tournament. It's rM.Int. rM Mercenaries have got 2 teams in this grand final, and my name is Noxville. Joining me is DeMoNiK, as we saw in the last game. rM.Int taking it quite convincingly against rM.Rev, and we're going to have to see a little bit of more interesting play, I think, coming out of rM.Rev.
Yeah, I think they just needed to tighten up the ship a little bit. I think if they run slightly stronger late, I think they'll be in good stead. They had some good shows of play, so they showed some potential. So I think they just need to tighten it up a little bit. Maybe pick a couple more stuns, maybe run something slightly more aggressive. Maybe pick up a bat ride or something like that, and I think they'll be in good stead. So I'm excited for game number 2, regardless. So it's good to be here as well. Thanks for letting me join you.
EXO. And we're going to be seeing bans this time come out by int of the Slark that they picked up. They have first pick, and it's the Ember Spirit. Quickly taken in response by rM.Rev is the Bristleback. So are they going to go with Dazzle or AA, the kind of signature pairings with Bristleback? Guess we'll have to wait and see. Their draft wasn't, as I said at the end of last game, wasn't like a bad draft. It was just like kind of poor execution in terms of it. They didn't take any early. They took one early tower, but they just didn't follow through. And Clockwork getting picked up here. That's an interesting hero because Clockwork and Bristleback fill a very similar role. They play offlane traditionally. We sometimes see Bristleback play as a carry, but more. I mean, his excellence comes in when he plays in the offlane, and he's able to survive against 3. He's able to get off a lot of damage and make very easy kills on support. So this is a little bit of an interesting pickup. Maybe we'll see the Clockwork mid, or maybe we'll see the Bristleback playing as that carry role. The Ancient Apparition comes up now for Ember Spirit, so a little bit more of a stock standard draft coming out of rM.Int here, as they have 2 of the top picked or banned heroes in the last month or so of compared to Dota. Actually, probably back since Ember Spirit was released. These 2 heroes been right at the top. Invoker banned out. Very solid ban. Probably indicates that we're going to be seeing that Ember Spirits in the mid. The fact that you'd be banning out not necessarily just good heroes. Invoker has a above 50% win rate, but more just the fact that you're targeting mid heroes in that regard. Like the Viper getting banned out is very weird here, actually. Viper's quite strong against Bristleback, but banning it out when you could pick it. Okay, they're not going to have first pick of the second phase, and playing safe lane Viper saying that's quite weird, but maybe they're afraid of Viper going mid and Ember playing safe. I think rM.Int are in a very strong position in this draft so far.
Yeah, I think it's both. It's going to be a different game too, that's for sure. We've got different picks coming out. Bristleback and Clockwork, they work quite well together, even though they're both sort of seen as off-lane heroes. We could see a Bristleback safe lane. We could even see a Bristleback maybe try and run middle against the Ember Spirit if they decide to run the Ember Spirit middle.
Yeah, we saw Odu play Bristleback mid against Seams Ember Spirits at I think it was Join Dota League, but it could have been game 1 of their Do Gaming League match.
Yeah.
And it worked out actually quite fine. Ember Spirits, very unfortunately in that game, was Seam who went Flame Guard.
Yeah.
And Flame Guard provides magic, it reduces magic damage, it absorbs magic damage. But unfortunately, everything that Bristleback does is
physical, yeah.
So, yeah, that was a little bit of an interesting situation. The Venomancer gets banned out, one of the heroes that we saw being quite popular in kind of just pre-Ember and for the couple of opening weeks of Ember Spirit patch. But it would be very strong, and it's also very strong with Clockwork or Bristleback. As soon as you get a Venomous Gale off and either Battery Assault or Bristleback throwing one goo, the enemy hero is going to die. Like, there's no way he can escape. So we see the ban of the Centaur Warrunner and pick of the Rubik, which means that we could see Dazzle get picked up here. Very strong hero.
Yeah.
Also would be strong for Renegade Mysteries to pick up.
I think it's strong for either team at this moment. The Dazzle pick, I think, works well in both situations. So
yeah, could also be maybe the Mirana coming out. I'm not actually sure how much ping these guys are playing on there. I mean, they're playing on the Keton server. And, I mean, I get 18 milliseconds to the server, but I think that they might have a little bit more coming all the way from a little bit further up the west coast.
Well, from what I've experienced of the Namibian internet, it is actually surprisingly good, so...
Reserve time.
I imagine that their ping is probably not too bad to South African servers.
So are we going to see, I mean, the Centaur got banned out. Are we going to see the Shadow Shaman pick up maybe by RM Mercenaries? It's actually so strong if you get off the banish and then whatever heroes got caught inside there, just Clockwork runs up and gets cogs off. We could be seeing a safe lane Clockwork or just dual lanes coming out here by RM. They could be playing Dazzle Bristle top and Clockwork Rubik bottom. It's something that the old Kaipi used to do quite a bit.
Yeah.
Playing, you know, you have two kind of offlane heroes playing either together or split as dual lanes. They always used to do Darkseer plus
Clockwork, was it?
No. It was Darkseer. Well, they used to run Darkseer Lich quite a bit. They also used to run Darkseer plus sometimes Darkseer plus Bristleback, actually.
Yeah.
And the Darkseer stand always plays quite far back, and just Shell plus Surge is so strong.
Reserve time.
Yeah, it was an extremely annoying lane.
Oh yeah, they also used to play quite a lot of Darkseer Venomancer. And
Yeah.
At that time, Venomancer played quite a lot of offlane.
Yeah, it was a fun time when back in old Kaipi, but they've changed a lot since those days. So, but it's good to see that those players that I really enjoyed back in the day, like Pailadai and Bone Seven, are getting some recognition now. I really rated them back in the day, and it's good to see that they're doing well. So we've seen a Shadow Shaman pick up and a Lifestealer.
There's going to be lanes for rM.Int, probably going to be an Ember mid, AA plus Nyx Assassin. Sorry, either support or AA plus something as support with Lifestealer carrying top. They could go aggressive tri-lane though if they... Ancient Apparition's like one of those heroes that if you have an okay like early game, like okay first 3-4 minutes, then he can be so strong in an aggressive tri-lane. If he just gets like a small level advantage, absolutely devastating. They got Lifestealer. The Venomancer ban, I think they'll be a little bit upset with now, because if they had Venomancer and Ancient Apparition, it would be excellent. But Nyx Assassin isn't the greatest safe lane hero, and against the Bristleback, maybe they're just going to say, okay, well, we're going to play Ancient Apparition plus Lifestealer safe lane, and get another, either a jungler or another support, and Nyx can just go off lane. But Nyx against Shadow Shaman is not amazing.
Yeah, he could struggle a bit. I'm a little bit suspect about the mid ban of the last ban of the puck from Revamped. I'm not sure that Mercenaries into want to pick any sort of mid hero. I think they're going to send the Ember or Nyx Assassin. I mean, they have a lot of options.
They definitely could have gone Ember safe lane and and played aggressive tri-lane with their 3 other heroes in mid puck. And they banned out the puck and picked the Storm, so it's very targeted on that last.
Yeah.
I think that's quite strong. We kind of got just another 40 seconds or less left of the draft. Not a lot of bonus time remaining for rM.Int. They've put a lot of time into their picks. They're going to go Magnus once more, so it is going to be that mid Ember Spirit and offlane Magnus once again. So once again deceiving us by playing offlane Magnus in the support the support next. So 2 heroes exactly the same for rM.Int.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take us through the rM.Rev side this time. We're going to have Feint in the mid lane once again on the Storm Spirit. We're going to have Distort carrying on the Bristleback. Cammy's heading towards the top lane on the Clockwork. We got Silence Akeliu on the Rubik. And last but not least, we're going to have Shadow Shaman, who played by Aspara, with an excellent little bit of set coming out here. The Vagabond set.
And on the side of rM.Int, we've got Misery, once again on the offlane Magnus. He did fairly well in the offlane, so it's good. Hopefully going to do well again. In the mid, we've got Perko, who's taking up the Ember Spirit. We've got Hybrid Halogen, once again on the #1 role, the Lifestealer. Foamy, once again, up on the Nyx Assassin, and on the Ancient Apparition, we've got Hydrax.
Yeah, Hydrax actually had some really great ward traps last game with that Shadow Shaman, so...
Yeah, he played really well in that support, so I expect good things from him in Game 2 as well.
Yeah, we've kind of seen like a almost full support get played here by Shadow Shaman in the opening stages. He's got where's the sentry going? Oh, ward coming in here. They're going to have to sentry that up straight away.
Time to man up.
Okay, we've got the pause coming out, so he's put a sentry up here. Ancient Apparition does have a set of sentries of his own, so he's probably going to get that ward down before the 30-second mark. Next Assassin has one ward for himself, so they're going to probably put quite an aggressive ward. I imagine somewhere over here would be good for them.
Yeah, I think that what's going to be quite important here is just to see whether or not. I mean, there are 3 sentry wards here. Rubik's got a full set, and Aspara's got a single one himself. So this is quite unusual, really. We do see the 1 sentry ward went up, and it's going to be blocking this camp just for the first spawn or 2. But yeah, I think that this is like a little bit interesting. The amount of sentry wards purchased by one side. You can see Rev really want to keep control of their pull camp. And I think that's a good decision. Last game, their supports kind of faded too early. They just didn't get enough gold in the early stages of the game.
Yeah, and I think if they can hold themselves together, they're going to be in pretty good stead to go into the mid game. Bristleback does fairly well against Lifestealer. They do have a lot of shutdown for the Lifestealer. I mean, Bristleback's quills are obviously physical, so they go through the rage, which is always great to are able to shut him down with the clockwork and maybe get him in the cogs. So it's going to be interesting to see it. I think it might rely quite a bit on this, on the Magnus for rM.Int if they want to execute properly.
Yeah, interesting situation is just that, like, Ember Spirit here is going to be such a good vehicle for the Lifestealer, but Ember Spirit's been pulled 4 tangos. I think that's like massive overkill. Each one of them has got a 60-second cooldown, so he's only going to finish them by 4 minutes in, and by that stage, he would have had a bottle up for about a minute.
Yeah.
Maybe more. But I sometimes don't like it when people overpull in that regard. Like, even if they pulled 1 tango to Halogen Hybrid, that would be fine. Or, you know, if we saw a little bit more regen on the Ancient Apparition and a little bit less on Foamy. Foamy's got no stats items at all. Neither does the Ancient Apparition. He's got 3 clarities. I mean, that's like...
He wants to cast a lot of spells in the early game.
He hasn't taken a spell yet, but Halogen Hybrid just on his zone here. It's been quite hard to zone a Clockwork given these heroes. Cogs is almost always going to be good.
That lifesteal looks amazing. Foamy's taking quite a lot of damage here. He's down to half-life HP.
It's a Nyx Assassin, so 1 tango, he'll be back up to full HP in 20 seconds. Such a strong zoning here. And they're pushing quite a lot here. They need to start denying a lot more aggressively.
Nyx Assassin's one of the few heroes in the game that has 3 HP per second regen. I think him and Axe, I noticed, are I think the 2 that have that huge amount of HP regen. There's a lot of action going on middle. Both heroes are low.
Ember Spirit and Storm trading a lot of hits. The thing is, as you can see now, so he tangos now, and that tango is going to give him, you know, quite a bit of HP coming back here, like 200 HP or something. But he's not going to be able to tango for a full minute. And he's only going to have bottle in 300 gold. So, you know, if he just had either bought himself 1 set of regen and didn't have the Pullman shield, it'd be like a much better start for him. Storm can really abuse him. This is the type of lane where Overload does magical damage, so he should be leveling Flame Guard.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the mana at the moment to sustain Searing Chains or Slighted Fist.
I agree absolutely, and Storm Spirit is maxing his Overload, which is something that you can expect. So it is really good against...
Well, he should max out Pull, but yeah, 2 levels or 3 levels of Overload.
Yeah. I expect he'll go Pull for the next level or 2.
Oh, sweet.
And yeah, Ember Spirit, this is an interesting lane. Really, Storm is such a good hero, melee heroes, and maybe that's one reason that Pullman Shield would be good, but it's Storm Spirit, so somewhat mitigated by that Overload, doing so much damage.
Magnus has blocked the safe camp pull here, and Rubik is sitting with 2 sentries. I see he's given one to the Rasta, who's going to attempt to de-ward. He's going to spot it out, so...
Gonna get just before the 3-minute ward spawn, camp spawn.
They could have done that a lot earlier, I think. They had sentries in the lane from the start, sitting on the Rubik, so...
Yeah, like we said earlier, they had 3, actually.
Yeah.
And we see, very interestingly, Rocket Flare taking level 2 here by Clockwork. Against this type of lane, against where it's like kind of a Ancient Apparition and Nyx Assassin, having max level Rocket Barrage is... I mean, not Rocket Barrage. What's it called now?
Battery assault.
Battery assault. There we go. Getting gyrocopter frauded. And he's taken 2 levels up in cogs. Now that is like very, very weird.
I really enjoy this snake set. I just want to let it be known.
It does look interesting, doesn't it? Let's have a quick scope out of it.
I've never seen a snake set before, yeah.
Ravenous Fiend.
Go him.
Interesting. So Feint's having quite a advantage in this mid lane. He's got 5 more creeps, 2 more denies. He's also being able to control the runes, and the bottle has come in for Ember Spirit, but like we said, still has 2 tangos just, lined up.
Yeah,
I mean, another way they could have dealt with it is just to send one of their supports mid, even if it's just Nyx Assassin to come forward and just cast his level 1 mana drain twice on the Storm Spirit. There's no way they were going to make kills, I think, level 1 on Clockwork, like, at all.
No. I think the Clockwork would have been just fine. I mean, he had his cogs, so there was pretty much no way that they were going to get him. But I feel like the Radiant supports are wasting a lot of time where they could be pulling. The Rubik is trying to harass Misery, I suppose. He might be in a bit of trouble if Misery managed to get the scoop on him. But just trading some blows for the meantime. And they don't manage to get the double pull, so Misery's going to get a lot of experience here because they've now got 2 creep waves in this lane.
It looks like Distort's either going for Midas or he's going for Radiance. He is actually leading the charge in terms of last hits at the moment.
Yeah, well, it will be interesting to see if he goes Radiance. That's something that's not seen. Well, the Radiance Rush is something that's not seen too often on a bristleback, but it does fairly well. It gives him that damage per second. They kept on buffing Radiance's damage per second, and it's pretty ridiculous now. I think it's up to 50.
Yeah, it's either like 45 or 50. Steering chains. And Perker's going to take a lot of damage. You're going to see the ball come forward. And he throws down that ulti there, so he's always going to have a way to escape, but that doesn't mean that he can't be harassed out of the lane. And the 6-minute rune's about to spawn. We have 2 supports smoked up here.
Yeah, I think they want to take Perko down, and I think it'll be really good for Rev if they manage to get this kill.
They need a Rubik to go in the front here and get the lift off. He's been revealed up. The lift, they stacked it very poorly, but it doesn't matter. They're going to get the kill. They really, really wanted to make sure of that, so they almost like 100% stack really coming in there. Pause coming up by the Rubik. Seems like one of the Rubik players' teammates are lagging.
Well, good for Rev. They did stack the stuns, but it turned out that it didn't really matter. I mean, the Ember Spirit was really low in any case. I mean, even if Feint had no help there, I think he probably would have survived, but would have been really low regardless. So good work from the supports to come in and a successful smoke gang to get the first blood, and puts Rev in good stead.
And Distort's just doing a great job here, just trying to zone out the Magnus, using the quills, but unfortunately missing that. Maybe he's going to keep it up. No, he doesn't. Oh, Magnus was looking for a pull there, but it actually wouldn't have helped. Wouldn't have been that good for him.
Yeah, I think he might have been in a bit of trouble. I mean, he had a couple of charges, cool spray charges on him already. I think he could have. The Stork might have been able to get a kill without hitting him at all.
And the Stork picked up that ring of health for regen, so maybe you're going to be going for a Vanguard.
Yeah, quite possible. Clockwork Rocket comes in middle. Feint is got quite a lot of gold in him. He's up to 1,700.
Where's the party?
Searing Chains goes down. Feint is quite low, but he does have some bottle charges, so he's going to be just fine.
And the supports now for rM.Int have moved into the mid lane. So
Kami may be in some trouble. He managed to get the cogs off, so he'll be fine. Looks like something's about to happen middle.
I'm over here.
Oh, Feint's balls, but he balls to the low ground, just missing the edge. So Foamy kind of not punished for missing such an easy stun.
Yeah, that was an awkward chain of events, but it worked out in the end. Storm Panda goes down, and Perko gets one back. That's got to get him some gold, probably get him his phase boots up. So he's going to be feeling maybe a little bit more comfortable in this lane. Maybe start working towards the drum.
Distort hasn't taken a single level of goo. I think even against the Magnus who's got Skir, if you just get goo stack and your Rubik's able to get a lift at the right time, then it's like immediate kill.
Yeah.
You know? But if you only have the Rubik to initiate, then that's not, that's not true.
Yeah, that is it's an interesting choice. Most people decide to go at least one level on the goo. Because once you hit 6, it's really good for getting wall path charges, which makes you deal a ton of damage. And it's really easy to pick off a hero.
We see no levels in Ether Shock here by the Shadow Shaman. This is a very unconventional build. And we also see Rubik maxing Telekinesis over Fade Bolt. That's
Perko goes down middle.
Ooh. What did you see what happened?
He just went a little bit too aggressive onto the Ember Spirits. I caught the end. And Feint was able to charge up with him because he had all the mana in the world.
Yeah, we do see the maxing overload here, so yeah. Static Remnant plus Vortex, very strong.
Mad dudes, middle tower, everyone.
Yeah, Magnus has got his mana boots up. So he's going to feel a little bit more comfortable to just sit and spam in this lane. Rubik's almost got his 6 as well, so he's not doing too bad, even though he's spending a lot of time trying to lane out this... lane out the Magnus. Kami's not doing too bad this game, hey? He's got his mana boots up as well, so he's doing... The off lanes are pretty much equal in terms of farm. Experience-wise, Clockwork has the slight advantage. He's got his level 6. I suppose Magnus is almost level 7. I'd like to see Kami gang, actually. He's picked up a TP now.
Yeah, it's also a lot easier for him to gang.
Yeah.
Where did that come from? There's like a single troll just chilling there. But yeah, I think if we saw the Shadow Shaman just go lightning, he could almost like semi-jungle.
Mm-hmm.
There's some action here though. Smoke gangs coming out there and Feint moving back. So, yeah. Oh, this gets off the Searing Chains at the right time there, but no one's really there to help follow up. And Ember's Storm's going to pop his self. There's a DD rune top that Ember's not actually going for at all, and they get a pick off on the Magnus. At the same time, like, Perker ran halfway bottom, and then only started moving towards the top lane. They're doing such a good job to zone out Feint here.
Yeah, they want to make... Ember Spirits is having a bit of a tough time, so they want to make sure that he gets a little bit of experience in his favor. So he picks up a DD rune. He's got his face boots up, 400 gold in the bank. So he's maybe want to start working towards his drum. Not sure. He may want to go for Maelstrom. Looks like there's some action bottom. Misery is bringing Distort a long way back, and he pops the reverse polarity. So Distort's taking a lot of damage. He's going to have to flee. It looks like the Tri-Lane's in a lot of trouble here. Distort might actually go down. Silence I Kill You is one spam away from death. Misery's got to get a triple. No.
That's like a very clear example of divesgone-wrong.com, really.
No. Just, yeah. Good way from Misery. Managed to pick up a double kill.
Really low. Had to go all the way back to base with this Ember Spirit DD. He's beginning to get zoned out pretty hard now.
Yeah, I think he may just do well to go and gank elsewhere on the map. Maybe secure that bottom T1, or go up towards top. Or top maybe in troubles him. However, has popped his rage.
Kill happening here. We're going to see the Shadow Shaman just get slaughtered. Double damage rune still there. Storm, you say, getting that kill in the top lane. Fence frozen up, and Hydrax is going to be easily picked off here, I think. Just one more hit.
Yeah, Foamy's got no mana, so he's in a lot of trouble as well. This is falling apart from RM International.
Oh, but
Misery
coming in and getting a kill there. Feint gets picked off as well. So turnaround.
Yeah.
It looked like it was falling apart, and then suddenly all back. All level peggings.
Misery, what a player.
Yeah, Misery's everywhere, and he's going to have his Blink Dagger and 700 gold. You'd think it would be a little bit less given that excellent double kill. And here's Perko getting the damage off as required. And what is so strong, the synergy, first of all, between Lifestealer and Misery, but also between Perko and Lifestealer and Perko and the Magnus. There's such a strong trifecta, really. I mean, the power that comes forward, the obvious bombs that Lifestealer's given.
what is the interaction between Empower and Sleight of Fist? Does it work the same as a Battle Fury?
I mean, one would think so. What does Sleight of Fist say?
Radiant's middle tower
Yeah, it
is
does.
under
It
attack.
says attacking all enemies, so it is just like an Omni Slash.
Oh wow.
Except you don't go magic immune, so you don't lose it.
Yeah, so Ember Spirit and Empower, a fairly useful combination. And
Yes, indeed.
he was empowered in that battle. That's why I asked. I saw it and I wondered if that's a free Battle Fury for our Ember Spirit, because Battle Fury is pretty much the most effective item on that hero in terms of damage.
Oh, Feint comes in. Oh, the hook as well misses. I think Perko just completely juked there with that fire.
He's got a huge smile on his face at the moment. He knows that he's just mucked them badly.
And
And
he pops a drum charge kind of for no reason, moving towards the bottom lane, hoping that the rune's going to spawn here in 5 seconds.
yeah, he's got his team standing by just to
Yeah, it spawns top. It's DD, and Cammy's scouting it out for his
Radiant's
Storm
courier
Spirit.
has been killed.
And Radiant's courier gets killed. It seems that every game rM.Rev loses a courier. This time I'm pretty sure Nyx Assassin was the one who picked it up. And there is a Midas, late Midas brought up by Bristleback. The store trying to farm his way back into the game. And he's not, I mean, he is the most farmed, but
Yeah.
more like he's trying to farm his team back into the game.
oh, Blink Dagger up on Magnus. He's done exceptionally well to get a 40-minute Blink Dagger and Mana Boots. Yeah, he's a really doing a solid performance on this offlane.
He's going to pick up a TP scroll. I think he's well aware that top lane is where the action's going to be. The ball comes forward. Storm gets stunned as well. Ancient Apparition gets a great ulti off there. So Storm picks up one. There's an RP straight away, and Cammy's just taking a lot of damage here. Misery is going to get brought down. The Clockwork gets off an excellent little hook there and manages to bring him down. So 2 for 1 really. Ancient Apparition could easily die here, but now we see Halogen Hybrid in the fight, and we're also going to see Perko. Rev's quite low here. Not a lot of mana on Feint.
That's a 2
And he tries to ball,
Oh!
fails to ball, and then Fest even being used to get extra DPS off.
humanity.
And as we said, once again, an excellent start to the fight by rM.Rev, but Ints just somehow turn it around.
Yeah, it's wow, what a messy engagement. I mean, fights happening all over the show.
They do get the tower out of it though, and even though they're 12-8 down,
Yeah,
in terms of gold, they're probably a little bit closer. I mean, it's only 600 gold in the way of Rev, so with that tower falling, they're doing good. I think it's just a case of, once again, just not seeing any towers getting taken down by the Dire. Distort could be in a little bit of trouble here, getting carapaced up, and he misses his stun. Foamy, oh my word.
oh, Foamy's livid with himself. He really wants to.
Oh, and the Blink Dagger not going to be doing enough. There are TPs coming towards the bottom lane. Misery's going to have a TP in a few seconds here.
Misery is in a lot of trouble here. He throws down the spam and misses. Clockwork comes in. Foamy's gonna beat it, and Misery's just gonna blink and get the hell out of there.
No Clockwork Hook to set that up. Very interesting build here though. On Clockwork maxing out Power Cogs and Rocket Flare as opposed to Battery Assault. I mean, Battery Assault's so strong. Armlet's finished up on the Lifestealer. And he's pretty much just jungling.
Dire's bottom tower is
Yeah.
Let's change over to the net worth graph here. We do see it's very close to the top. Only 200 gold separating the Lifestealer and the Bristleback. Both of them have Midases. But I think Midas does just help the Lifestealer a lot more. I mean, it's an extra 30 attack speed. Pretty huge on a hero that hits so hard.
Perko's gonna go down here middle, I think. He's taking a lot of damage. Feint is
Told you a storm was
made him just calm down on his ball lightning a little bit. He just needs the ball lightning once
structures are fortified.
to get an overload charge.
A ulti comes into the mid lane, and Ancient Apparition's trying to do his best to just defend us up. Magnus blinks forward at the perfect timing, and Feint is actually quite low here.
fun begin.
Are we gonna see a stun come out here?
Dire's middle
The stun
tower
does
has
come
been
forward, but
denied.
Feint dodges it, ball zipping away, and Magnus denies his tower. That's still 500 gold going the way of the side of rM.Rev.
Yeah, pretty unfortunate that they managed to get the tower tonight, but that's okay. It looks like we're gonna have some auction.
Oh, they get a lift off on a creep and the Halogen Hybrid. Just moseying away there. There's a Sanj up now on Bristleback. He's finished off his Vanguard. So is he going to go for that Heaven's Halberd?
I think he will most likely go for the Heaven's Halberd. I think it will be most effective against the Lifestealer.
Lifestealer can always rage.
Yeah, he can. And it looks like Misery's got a Lifestealer up inside him and he wants to go fishing. The start is there, but and it's being joined by yeah.
Both sides aren't 100% aware of who's there, so they're both just trying to bait this a little bit here. Bent's in the mid lane, he's got an Orchids up here, so I think they might just say, okay, well, there's nothing to lose top. Let's just move mid and get a pick off there, even if it's just on the Storm Spirit. And he has... Oh, Blink RP, here we go. And a wonderful, wonderful hook over there by Fent. And by Cammy. And he's gonna exchange his life for the Storm Spirits, but I think well worth it.
Yeah, well worth it. Good play from Cammy to save his friend. Wow.
And Ember Spirit's now just pushing out the bot lane. He's going for the Battle Fury build. Got the stock standard drums up and phase boots on top of that.
Yeah, got another DD in his bottle, so he can put some serious pressure onto this tower if he wants to.
Yeah, and he's also, he's dropped off a little bit compared to the Storm, but I think that's more because he's been targeted so heavily here.
Yeah, there is a TP coming in, and he's popped his DD rune, and he's just going to get away to the safety of his, where his T1 used to be.
Yeah, and the tower's not going to take enough damage, I wouldn't think, for them to be able to deny it. Yeah, 20 HP, too high from deny range. But yeah, rM.Int have been playing a lot more passively in the last couple of minutes. They haven't got the early start that they'd really like. And Magnus is...
Perko's taking a lot of damage. He might actually go down here. Oh, and he manages to get the kill! DD just pulling through for him there. And Ember Spirit's going to manage to get away. So that's a really good turn for Perko.
Clockwork tried a completely blind hook then, whiffs it completely. Even if he got it off and there was still a spirit remaining, it would have been, just fine for him to get away, and he's still throwing out the rockets here. Gonna be too slow.
Middle tower is under attack.
Oh, we've got a smoke coming up towards the Lifestealer, and they may actually catch him if they decide to go left. They are heading left. Oh, they're gonna... Did they spot him out?
No, the smoke, maybe they did see him, but there's no way in which he can't just rage TP.
All problems for him. Hydrogen Hadid gets caught out, he gets checked, and the shackles comes through. Did they stack up their stunts enough? And they did, and he's going to go down.
Yeah, just making sure that there's no overlap of even half a second where you can TP out. If he just rage TP, if he was able to just rage TP, he would have been, just perfectly fine to get away there.
Yeah, so he's, they're going to be happy with that kill. They've got 30 seconds, but I don't think they're going to be able to do anything too much with it. Mid-tier 1 is no longer existent.
Sorry, mid-tier 2.
Yeah. Feint is going to put some pressure on mid-tier 2, but...
And Storm also picking up, finishing up his halberd.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Feint's always trying to just ball dodge ancient opportunity.
I've put a few of them now. He hasn't been successful yet as far as I've seen. Misery's got a lifesteal up inside of him.
I think they should definitely defend this, so they got support coming in here. Next Assassin could be invisible.
Now, Next Assassin is extremely poor. He's yet to even get his urn. He does have enough for it if he really wants it, but...
Oh, the denied attempt by Foamy would have been so good there.
Cheeky.
One thing we see the Magnus just completely saying, okay, well, we don't need this fight. Oh, and he hooks the creeps together.
What a play! What a play from Kami.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I really wonder why they didn't go in top. I reckon they could have easily killed the 3 heroes that were there.
Yeah, the thing is that they kind of have an easy, it would be a hard fight.
Yeah.
They always seem to be in the mood to completely just go for the easy fight, if possible. Even if it means losing a key objective, if they win a fight, they could be making a net gain.
Yeah, we see the gold earned is actually slipping towards 3,000 in favor of the Radiant, so they are getting up. XP is starting to turn in their favor as well, so they are doing well to keep themselves in this match, and
They're 4 towers behind though.
Yeah.
That's a lot of the gold really.
Yeah, Ember Spirit is pretty much got his Battle Fury actually. He's about 100 short or so.
Yeah, Ember Spirit, once he gets up like 1 DPS item, he's like quite a concern. When he's got 2, it's like, uh-oh.
I think the amount of damage that his Sleight of Fist is going to do with Empower and the Battle Fury is going to be fairly stupid.
Yeah, I think that the Shadow Shaman is just going to be positioned so well.
Yeah, I think the Shadow Shaman has to live the careful life. Foamy's looking around the tower.
They really need to finish this Battle Fury up there before they engage.
He's running to the shop to get it. He's got his Perseverance, but he may be in trouble here. He gets picked up by the Rubik, and immediately gets sheeped. ALT is coming in. Misery jumps in, and he's in a lot of trouble. Wards go down. Feint is going to pick him off. Hydra was hiding inside of the Magnus, and he pops out now, and looks like he's going after Kami. He's going to go after the Shadow Shaman first and run back for Kami later. Kami looks like he's in a lot of trouble now as well.
They could just earn him. I mean.
Meanwhile, in the back of the team fight, the Stort's just wailing on Hydrax, who's about to get 2-hitted and dead. Oh, Hydra goes up to the high ground, but unfortunately it's not blocked off. Meanwhile, Foamy's just trying his hardest to get away.
Foamy could have just cost like 1 urn on the Clockwork, and it would have been a kill.
I've seen urns mostly used defensively in this game. I think Silence Kill use got Skewer, so he's now a lot closer to Foamy, who's desperately trying to stop the pot. Foamy now, I think, is about to hit the bucket list. There is a lifestealer here if they decide to turn around and fight. Foamy goes down. 100 Hamlet pops his rage, and Distort's taking quite a bit of damage, but he's also just trying to get as many charges of his Cool Spray on that 100 Hamlet as possible. He's still got 81 mana. He needs to turn around and actually hit. He's got plus 175 damage. If he just turn around and hit the lifestealer, he would have killed him. And ALT's going to come in, and then Destruction, and both of them are going to go down. He just needed to hit that lifestealer.
Kami's in a little bit of a dodgy spot here. He does get shackled off here. And Storm Spirit falls into the middle of the fight. And Perko needs to rather just try fight. Yeah, so they're going to get 1 kill. Fan's going to run for the hills and probably going to live here. The mechanism is finished up on Ancient Apparition, and that's a huge item to have on your side, especially given the like kind of AoE damage that comes out from the Bristleback and the Clockwork Rockets and Fade Bolt. A lot of good damage will be turned around.
We have no mechanism on the side of... it looks like they're going for a pipe on the Shadow Shaman, unless I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, against an Ancient Apparition, it's not always a given. That deck is like amazing.
Yeah, they don't really... I suppose Clockwork can carry a mech, but Shadow Shaman and Rubik aren't really natural mech carriers as such. Looks like they want to try go for Hybrid Halogen. They do have the Orchids, and Feint is doing a lot of damage. But it doesn't look like they're going to be able to... Oh, Shadow Shaman, he may be in some trouble. We've got a Nyx Assassin coming in here under cover of Vendetta, but he's just going to back away to safety, so... Just flirting around. I must say, at 30-minute mark, this game could still go either way for both teams.
Yeah, I mean, as we said earlier, it's like 7,000 gold advantage going the way of rM.Rev, but I mean, that's just...
It was plateaued, basically, yeah.
Yeah, it's like 4 towers. Without the 4 towers, it would be just a mere 2,000 gold advantage, and that's like nothing at this stage of the game.
Mm-hmm.
2,000 gold is like a bracer on their supports, and some more change. Like...
I think I would love to see this Nyx Assassin just get a little time in a lane. Just something to get any sort of item up. I mean, he's got an urn at 30 minutes into the game. He's feeling sad, he's feeling lonely. And a lot of professional teams do this. You'll see AoE 2000s always off from Cloud9, always off in another lane, farming somewhere. Just to make sure that when it comes to a team fight, you know, having a 4-staff or some mana boots up on your support could make or break some fights, and it also could make or break them surviving in team fights. So it's really important to get some farm priority at some point, just a couple of minutes on a support hero. So I do feel sorry for this Nyx. Oh.
he's warded on the high ground here, but they don't have anyone up there to hit it down. Ancient Apparition moving in though. Gonna just try to beat it down. And unfortunately, the sentry ward only gives vision for a couple of seconds on the high ground.
Mm-hmm.
Distort
is actually pulling away in terms of net worth. He's now up to 14,000, where the Nexus sort of plateaued on 11,000. He's heading up towards 12,000 now, but...
Yeah, but the items that he's going, like, he's got a lot of gold stockpiled, so he could buy hearts. And a heart means he tanks a lot harder, but it also doesn't, like, you know, the way in which a bristleback does damage is just by throwing out lots and lots and lots of quills. And the reason that you basically tank on him in the same way as Spectre is that the longer you're alive and the more HP you have, the more damage you can do. So it's not like he's, like, unless he gets Radiance, he's not going to be doing, like, an order of magnitude more damage in team fights.
Yeah, he needs to... Oh, Kami's actually going to hook in. He's going to catch out Hydrax. Hydrax immediately throws his ulti down. Foamy's taking a lot of damage as well. Distort's just hitting what he can. Magnus is coming in from the back. He casts RP, but it only hits Distort. So Distort's just sitting by himself. He's now backed into the rest of the...
Kill all of them.
He's backed into the rest of the team, but he's quite tanky. He's just spamming his calls as much as possible, and he's just going to start running away here in a second. And Misery's actually going to be in trouble. He's going to go down. Feint comes in, so there is help from the rest of his team. Meanwhile, in the back, Hydred Haviland is just... cleaning up what he can. Feint has got the Orcus Malevolence. Oh, but the bash! Clockwork goes down, but Nake's gets taken down as well. So messy team fight from both sides.
Yeah, 2 for 2, but there was a buyback from Magnus, so it was actually a 3 for 2.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And I think rM.Rev are slowly actually turning this into an advantage for them.
I think we just need to see some good split push coming out here by rM.Int.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the last couple of team fights haven't really gone that well for them. Foamy may be in a bit of trouble here. Oh, he has just gotten undercover with Vendetta. He may be going for the courier. Oh, he sees the courier. He's not... Oh, is he going to be able to get it? Or he wants it. Distort can see him. They have a sentry ward there, so... Oh, he's in trouble. And, Foamy pays the ultimate price for trying to get the courier.
In your bottom.
So funny.
Yeah, this bottom tower, I mean, they have the right idea. They need to just put some pressure on the side lanes. Ancient Apparition going for the Aghanim Scepter now. He's level 11.
Yeah, he's picked up the Aghanim Scepter. He may want to go for something like a Ghost Scepter.
No, you need... No.
Next, or Force Staff. No, Force Staff. He needs a Force Staff. What am I talking about?
Yeah, Aghanim Scepter is definitely the best idea for AA to go.
I'm talking about the Clockwork. He's got an Aghanim Scepter as well.
Well, he's going for it.
No, the Clockwork has got an Aghanim Scepter.
No, I'm saying... Yeah, so the Clockwork has it.
Yes. Yes. Okay, I'm with you.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And we're seeing Chris coming out now in Ember Spirit, so he's not going for that Desolator build. Oh, ball onto the high ground. Oh, he's trying to just dodge around here. I think he could definitely make some plays here. He's got a friend. Are we going to see any players coming in here? The steering changed onto the low ground. And Feint's using a lot of his mana. He does have a regenerate bottle up. So maybe he's going to try to turn this around if he wants to just go balls to the wall.
Yeah, I think he's still looking to play with these heroes here. He's got help on the way. Silence I Kill You is on his way, and he's got a Force Staff. So he's falling quite far behind. There's a Haste Rune spawning in the top lane. Ember Spirit might want to go down for that, but Hydred Halogen is just might actually kill Feint. He does get the bash. Feint is in a lot of trouble here, and he's going to go down. Searing Chain.
Yeah.
Silence I Kill You is...
He's a goner. It was a good run.
Oh, he's got the Force Staff, but he's already used it. It's on cooldown, and back to base in the body bag.
During Searing Chain.
Yeah.
And we're seeing Bristleback hitting either towards that Shivas or an AC. I mean, both are very, very appropriate here. He's got high HP, so more armor is actually quite good.
Yeah, I imagine he's going to go for AC.
Misery's faded off quite a bit here.
Yeah, he hasn't really been doing much. He's been split pushing the lanes a bit. He was bottom for a little while.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But he's sort of placated. He hasn't really gotten any gold. He almost had enough for Oblivion stuff just now, and he died since then quite a few times. So, oh, Kami gets a hook. He goes down deep and hooks onto Foamy, who's now stuck in cogs. Distort's going to run in, and Foamy's just going to be the sacrificial lamb, I think, and he's just going to go down. Ember Spirit's Perko is still playing around here, and Misery's looking for an ulti, but they decide to just run away. Kami with the hooks.
Yeah, I mean, he was fishing and he kind of guaranteed to catch at least one.
He's not afraid to go into the enemy team, hey? There's no fear there.
We see that Distort is now having to come back to join the Halogen Hybrid rather. Forced to come back and make some plays here. Shadow Shaman dropping the wards in the tower.
Yeah, and Distort is happy to get hit by the tower. I mean, he's not really taking that. RP on 1, it was just the Shadow Shaman, so...
No, he also caught Kami.
Oh, did he?
And they managed to hold on the high ground here. I think that they may be hanging around a little bit too long here. There's only 3 of them, and the rest are TP'd out.
Oh, Feint is playing with fire here, literally and figuratively. Looks like they're just going to back away, yeah.
I think that the plays by Foamy this game haven't been as good as last game.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times when he's gone for the backstab into stun instead of just stun, but I think it hasn't cost them as much. You know, like they're not out of it because of the plays. They still seem to be okay.
Yeah, I mean, Abyssal Blade is now up on Lifestealer, so he's got the bash and he's gonna have the ability to just shut down Distort and get in front of him so he can deal the most damage as possible.
Yeah, and also Ember Spirit's pretty close to finishing off that Daedalus. He only needs about 850 gold.
Yeah.
And if can get the Demon Edge already. And if they just push bottom, they got a tower bottom and top in kind of like this interim period. And that's just the product of having good lane presence and good pushing momentum going into each of the lanes. Feint with an invisibility rune going to be killed quite easily here on the Ancient Apparition unless... Oh, the courier
has been killed.
is going to be TPing out. No one has Blink Dagger to try to stop that from happening.
And that was the Demon Edge, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was. So that Demon Edge is not going to be available for the next 2.5 minutes. And Kiras comes up on the Bristleback.
I think they're going to take a rush, maybe?
Couriers have been dying left, right and center in this series. Shame.
Yeah, that's the 4th courier death in 2 games, right?
I think so, yeah. At least.
And yeah, Rush coming up here for rM.Int. They're just going to stock up the goo onto Rush. He's dying so quickly here.
Do you think they give the rush to the Storm Panda? Storm Panda is going to get Hydrax, who's chilling up in the high ground. The Sheep is going to go off and Hydrax is going to go down before anything else happens.
Yeah, I think that this has just been a series of errors really by rM.Int here that they really can't afford to make.
I'm surprised that they didn't give the Aegis to Feint. Having an Aegis on Storm Spirit is extremely powerful, especially considering the fact that he's got an Orchid and Scythe of Ice. So coming back with full HP and mana on a Storm Spirit is super powerful, and considering that Bristleback has a Heart and a Cuirass, I mean, it's going to take some work before they kill him. Kami gets the hook, and there's the T-fight going down. Feint in the meantime takes down another support, so next Assassin's going to be nowhere to be seen, but Misery comes in, gets the Skewer and RP off. He has no refresh off, so there's going to be no second RP. Distort is going to get... is taking a lot of damage, but dealing a lot of damage as well. He's going to go down, but the Aegis is there on him, so he's doing just fine for the moment. AA ulti is going to come past, I think, as he comes back to life. No, it's that AA ulti is still going somewhere completely foreign. But 2 down so far.
But Misery, the Stort is trying to do some damage. They throw the Rust Awards on the high ground here. Wonderful hook coming forward here. Kami is just getting absolutely destroyed by a Halogen Hybrid. Halogen Hybrid's going to die here though. And they're just trying to bring the wards down, but the wards are so strong.
Oh, what a shackle!
And buybacks coming by Perko. Looks like they're going to get something out of this. All the stacks are doing so much damage here. Halogen Hybrid, though, going forward. They're going to bring down the Stort. It seems a stun coming forward as well. It's 4-on-1. The rest of the wards are doing so much damage, though. And they're going to try bring down the wards. And also they're going to manage to pick up the Stort. But this Rax is just going to heal all the way back up. 12 and 4 minutes is going to reach max HP. And that was a huge fight over there by rM.Int, managing to hold on to their base. And
Gosh,
they did force a buyback though out of 2 of them, right?
yeah. Hydrogen
Let's have a quick look at who did buyback.
Hybrid Halogen definitely bought back, and he TP'd in, and
so did Perka.
yeah.
Middle tower is under attack.
But well worth it, I think. I mean, holding onto your racks is enough money now on Perko to finish up his deadlist.
Yeah, they're gonna get a lot of towers, so this is at least 2 towers off this, so they're gonna have a lot of gold in the bank because of the team fight that they just won. So it's probably worth it buying back. Definitely worth it, I would say.
Yeah, they could actually even go top and take that up.
Yeah.
Also gives a lot of support onto Nyx Assassin. He's gained 2,000 gold in the last couple of minutes. First of all, he picked up his arcane boots, and he also managed to have 1,000 gold as well. Ball coming forward, and the sheep stick, they're just going to bring Foamy down. And now Foamy is beginning to delve into the land of feed zone.
Oh, the feed is getting it 0, 8, and 6. I mean, he's not having the best game. He's the only hero yet to reach get on the scoreboard in terms of kills. So that's not really where you want your Nyx Assassin to be.
He's level 11 though. I mean, it's okay.
Yeah. But Storm Spirits has got another 2,600 gold in him, so we may see another item coming up soon. Maybe something like a BKB?
I can see a lot of cheering. I hear a lot of cheering from my local pub. I guess that must be the Liverpool City game.
Yeah, I believe so. I can hear some cheering from down the road as well. I have some soccer fans on my street.
Yeah, Manchester City tying it up at 2-2 against Liverpool Football Club.
It looks like Rev want to go for the Rax here.
I think they kind of have to now. They've got a single core hero that's going to be like going into the late game. Storm doesn't do that much physical DPS. Excellent in the mid game, but as we've been seeing, like very easy to bring down.
Yeah, Bristleback has picked up a basher, so he's going to be bashing.
But he doesn't hit like that.
Bashing himself. Yeah, he needs to get quite a few stacks on Warpath.
Like the way in which he does damage is he runs forward and he like kills things, like hits them, like pulls them to death. Oh, Hook coming forward onto Perka. He's in a little bit of trouble here. Silence going up onto him. The RP is so magnificent, and the ALT is not going to catch all of them, but the RP is stolen over there by Rubik. That's doing a lot of damage here. Misery is going to get brought down. Halogen Hybrid lifted into the air. He's going to open wounds in 3 seconds here, and the fight is not going that horribly.
Yeah,
he's just going to die here.
Magnus had a refresher orb, but he didn't manage to get his second RP off. Good play for the Rubik to get in there and get his own RP off.
Oh, Distort taking so much damage here.
Oh, Sheep goes off! They need to turn around and hit him. Distort needs to turn around and hit this man. Yes, and it goes down. It looks like they might be able to get Rax. That's life needed down for 110 seconds. ALT's going to go off. Distort's going to go down. Perhaps. Oh, ALT goes off. He's at 425 life. He's not going to be able to heal. Oh, and he goes down.
Ancient Apparition doing some great job there. Now hold the high ground. Foamy buying back. They still look like they want to push in though. The rest of the wards are going to do some great damage here. Probably like 6 or 7 more hits required from them just to bring down the Shrax, and there's nothing at all that Hydrax can do about this.
Yeah, there's nothing that the Nyx Assassin or Ancient Apparition are going to be able to do about this, so that's going to be the Rax down regardless. They have 70 seconds still to do some damage if they want to do some damage somewhere else, but Rosh isn't up yet. There are no lanes pushed out, so I think that's just going to be it for now.
Ember Spread is going that BKB, but he's only going to be back in 30 seconds time. Rosh is slowly ticking towards getting back.
We see a Blink Dagger picked up on Rubik, so he's going to be super mobile, and it's going to be super difficult for the Magnus now to get, because he's going to make sure that he has to get that Rubik in the team fight, otherwise he's going to get reverse RP'd.
Yeah, Rubik did a great job there, turning that fight around. It was such a good RP though at first by Misery. The other option is that he can just reverse Polarity and then Shockwave, just to make sure that he doesn't get stolen.
Well, he's still got a good amount of time on that. He is level 16, so he's still got a good amount of time on his reverse polarity, which he's still kept from the last fight.
What they need to do is give a lot of levels onto this ancient apparition here. He needs to get level 16. And the DC coming out there. Pause. Going to come forward just in a second. Let's have a quick look at the gold advantage. After that fight, it's up to an RM's. Sorry, in terms of experience, it's about 1,400. In terms of gold, much more. 8,000 away of Rev. As we see Distort just rejoining the game.
Yeah, experience has dipped in favor of the Dire, but gold and ARAX still in favor of Rev by 8,000. So they're doing really well. I think the pressure's still on them to finish this game off. But if they keep on team fighting like they do, then they should be okay.
Ember Spirit just does so much damage. Like,
they've been doing really well to shut him down at the beginning of fights. Getting him at the very start of that fight was essential. It looks like Perko is just going to go straight. I mean, Feint is going to go straight onto Perko. Brother versus brother. Storm Spirit versus Fire. Storm is zipping around, but he's just zipping around and not hitting. So Perko is just going to run away. The Storms tends to spend a lot of time zipping around with actually the most effective way to zip hit, zip hit, zip hit, and rinse and repeat.
He's going for the classic like 50-minute Bloodstone as well.
Yeah.
Not really a fan of Bloodstone at all.
I tell you, I wouldn't even have minded a Shivers on him at this stage, or even a BKB.
Or a Lincoln Sphere. I mean,
yeah, Lincoln Sphere as well.
Anything that could stun him could kill him. So having a Lincoln's, even this late in the game, even if he doesn't cast it himself and he puts it on like the Bristleback or one of the supports. That sounded like an RP that got S cancelled there.
No, it was the Rubik casting it before he lost it.
And wasting a lot of mana in the process, I guess.
Wasted half his mana pool casting RP before it left it. Just a nostalgic RP. Clockwork may be in a lot of trouble here.
It looks like they're kind of all just picking out Rush on the side of the Radiant. And rM.Int aren't really in a position to defend it at the moment. They're all moving in towards the top lane. TP back to base, and they don't know exactly when Rush is going to be back. It is going to be back in just under a minute's time.
Yeah, just under. We've got about 40 seconds or so until Rush gets to spawn, so that's going to be up sometime soon. I think both teams are going to be eager to get their hands on this Rush, so we may see a good fight coming up. And we've got all cooldowns. We've got RP, we've got a Refresh Orb, we've got Argonym Scepter up on the Ancient Apparition, so that's 17 seconds that you are can't heal, so that's an extremely long time. And a Rush Pit is a good place to lay down an Ancient Apparition ulti at any time of the game. Quick pause coming out. It looks like we're going to start pretty much straight away. Feint still working on that Bloodstone. It looks like we might have a Shivers coming out from the Clockwork. He's picked up a Plate Mail, so I think this team would do well to have a Shivers. They do have a Pipe, so that's going to help with the Ancient Apparition ulti from the Shadow Shaman. He's got 1,600 health, so he may be looking towards his own Blink Dagger. But Rush is up, and rM.Int know about it.
Yeah, they just dropped down a... Both sides know about it. There was a throwing down his little Cold Path Justice Ice Vortex, and there was also a rocket that came forward from the Clockwork. But yeah, once you're in this situation where you're racks down, you have to start playing a lot more cautiously. And rM.Int have done a very good job at that. I mean, if you see, they've brought down the gold differential by like nearly 1,500 gold in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah.
They just all they need to do is make sure they don't lose any more objectives. Like, they're at a very awkward situation here.
Oh, rM.Int know that the rush is going down. They saw the ward and they saw them gathering towards the pit. The Stort is trying his hardest. Ancient Apparition ulti's got to come in. Feint in the meantime is actually going to initiate on Perko. Perko's taking a lot of damage. He pops the BKB in. Throws down one Started Fist, which does half damage to both the Ancient Apparition. Kami's going to get RP'd by himself and go down. Misery's on half HP, but Despair is going to go down as well. Ember Spirit is doing just a ton of damage with that Daedalus, and the Stort, it looks like he's going to be in a lot of trouble. He's going to go down. Feint has got no health or mana. The Aegis did go in the way of Rev, but it looks like it's going to be a 5-man wipe here. Feint is going to have to get out as fast as he can. Run, puppy, run. And he manages to get to high ground, but
that was an excellent fight for rM.Int. I mean, they got they killed 4 and the Aegis carrier, so no actual gain other than the gold that they got from killing the Rush. And I think that was a huge mistake to carry on fighting carry on killing Rush like they did.
Yeah,
it's just Storm and Rubik alive, and we could definitely see a Rax get dropped down here.
The entire Rev team does have buybacks though, so they may force out some buybacks.
Radiant's middle tower is
2 buybacks coming forward here. They dropped the glyph as well. I think that they should just back it out. There's nothing lost by them really. They could fake back as well.
Fake back into a smoke. There are no smokes. He wants to go for Hydrax, but this might be quite a greedy play here. The Stort is back.
Hybrid. ulti comes forward. It's gonna almost whiff. Just hits Rev and the Rasta, and Feint gets completely brought down. Is he gonna be able to live? No, he's not. Almost mid ball. He gets brought down. He buys back. The Stort is taking a lot of damage here. There's 4 of them on him. Wonderful play by Cammy, though. He's just going to die for that play. The Storm balls all the way back in. There's a skewer. Misery is going to die here. The Stort is still tanking. They need the lifestealer to move to the front here. He's taking down Feint. He's going to bring down Feint. It's Feint, Halogen Hybrid on the Stort. And the Bash is too strong, it seems. Or is it? We're going to see one more Quills. Triple kill coming forward here. And Halogen Hybrid, as he takes off the armlet, nearly actually dropping down there. He's going to take a few tower hits for his plays, and if they move up here, they're going to be able to bring down the Rax. So the glyph has already been popped. All the buybacks have been exhausted by rM.Rev, and this looks like mid Rax are definitely going to take the fall here.
Yeah, T2s are still up on both top and bottom, so they're not going to be able to go for the second set of Raxes just yet. But I mean, devastating T fight from RN International.
Yeah, top is pushing quite fast here. Look at the gold that Halogen Hybrid has, though. 6,900 gold. He could be going for an MKB or Daedalus, or even for a Heart or a Satanic. I don't know if that's the best decision, but I mean, an AC would also be really nice for his side.
Yeah, his options are open at the moment. I mean, I
think AC is the best.
I think AC as well would be really good. I mean, the double Hyperstone gives him an insane attack speed coming out from the Majolna, and it looks like he is going for an AC. He's picked up the recipe for the Salt Cuirass. And
he's also picked up, someone's picked up a Hyperstone.
Yeah, I think it's him is it him?
Yeah, like 7. Oh yeah, it could definitely be him.
Yeah.
Because he's lost 2,000 gold in the last while, so.
Yeah, he's bought himself a full Cuirass, so that's going to be coming on his way to him. He's going to pick up the Hyperstone in the meantime.
I don't think he's bought the whole Cuirass though.
I think he sold the other items, I think, and bought.
Then now he's gonna buy.
There we go. Yeah. I definitely saw it in his stash. He obviously just sold it, bought the Hyperstone first from the secret shop. Kami has not gotten any sort of item in quite a while. He's really needs, I mean, Ghost Scepter just to survive the onslaught from the Lifestealer might be worth it. A Force Off as well. Still really good in that hero.
Yeah, I don't know why he's saving so much gold. Why isn't just bought the AC? It'll make him push faster. It'll make him more effective in team fights. Just needs 1,400 gold, and then he'll have enough. Like, he'll definitely have enough.
Yeah.
Like, to keep 4,000 gold back like this is maybe just a bit risky. Or a bit too conservative, which in itself is risky. And Nyx Assassin gets a solo kill. This is actually, I did miss that completely. Getting a solo kill on the Shadow Shaman by the secret shop.
Good for him. He's not had the best game. He's got 2 kills now. He's 2 for 9.
One
from
of the things
0 for 8.
is that Storm Spirit was hanging around the when they got the Aegis, he could have bought up Bloodstone and he didn't. He's only got the ring now.
Where's the party?
Yeah, I think it's just taken way too long for him to get this Bloodstone. He may as well just go for something else.
I said at 44 minutes it's probably going to be a 50-minute Bloodstone.
Yeah. It's 52 minutes and he's almost there.
He could have had it at 50 minutes. And yeah, there's the AC coming up now for the Lifestealer. Look how fast he attacks now.
Haste.
394 increased attack speed, so he's sitting at max, almost pretty much max attack speed. He could get 6 more increased attack speed. Obviously, as he sells off his Hand of Midas next,
yeah,
it'll turn into something. Hopefully, he doesn't buy another Hyperstone.
I imagine he'll go something like MKB. Maybe some lifesteal.
Yeah, MKB also has a little bit of attack speed built in, and you don't want to.
Yeah.
It's only 15 though, so.
The mini stuns are always really good, and the ability not to miss, considering that the bristleback does have a Heaven's Halberd, so it'll make sure that he just hits him every time. Feint may be in a lot of trouble here. Foamy's misses the stun. Feint is ducking and diving. It's got to be safe, but if he managed to get the stun there, that Storm Spirit was dead. Very unfortunate, but Feint's just going to go back to the jungle. He's got 1,600 gold, so he's obviously worked just wanting to hold buyback.
Did Bristleback have a Bristle Blade in the last fight?
No, he's just picked it up now.
Oh, so the Battle of the Bristleblades.
Battle of the Bristleblades.
That's what I said. Bristleblades. The Bristleblade.
I like that. Yeah, the Storks is... Man, what a game too. 53 minutes in. Looking at the golden XP graph, gold is down to 0. XP, we are back in the favor of the Dire by 5,000, but it's heading towards the Radiant once again. Foamy's still sitting with a Lifestealer inside of him.
You kind of expect that though, given the the Tricore lineup versus the Dual Core lineup. And the stun coming forward by Foamy. Oh, this could be a little bit of a bait here actually. It is a bit of a bait, and Feint just gets completely lured into that one. What's going to get stolen? Is it going to be RP?
It is RP! Oh no!
Bit of a blunder.
That's a blunder. Good play by the Rubik to get the RP. That just makes even though the Storm Panda's down, just makes team fighting and trying to get up into a high ground if they want to push base quite difficult while the Storm Panda's dead. Distort is pretty much maxed out. I mean, I can't imagine what else. He's got 1,500 gold. You can always go for Boots Travel, I suppose. And he's got that one slot left. Foamy's back in again. Just searching around.
Looks like he's going for something like Yules or something like that.
Yeah, he could be just going for another sheep. He's got 2,400 gold.
Who are you talking about? Are you talking about
Foamy? Live the dream.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a late sheep or it could be a Yules.
Yeah.
Something bad is happening in your bottom.
And their plan to backdoor the bottom tower not working out so good. They're gonna go try to grab some creeps here quick.
Yeah, the cleave on the Lifestealer is scary. Lifestealer actually gets initiated on. He's down to half HP already. The Abyssal Blade goes off 100 Hadron. But
the Cammy comes in though, does nothing, gets brought down. 4 dead here, Stormballing away. And I think that was just a very, very horribly executed fight over there by rM.Rev.
Yeah, I think that's GG. I think
well, it's definitely going to be the bottom towers, but
yeah.
maybe in some weird world we don't see rM going for the win straight away.
There is no buyback on any of the heroes, so...
Yeah, but I don't know if they necessarily know that. I think we're definitely going to see the tier 4s get brought down here mid though.
Yeah. And
Storm's just going to have to try ball around, not die, but yeah, like you said, glyph available, 28 seconds. If they just all target here, like effectively, Ancient Apparition just trying to give extra damage to a situation where you can't use it. And GG gets called out by Distorts. They realize that in 15 seconds they're not going to be able to kill it.
And that's 2-0 for rM.Int.
Wow. What a cracker of a game too. As you said, this is the Namibian eSports Association Grand Finals of one of the little tournaments. It's a best of 5, and they're going to ask for a short little break here.
I'm happy with that. That's fine.
But yeah, thanks very much, DeMoNiK Gaming. DeMoNiK going to be coming back with myself, Noxville, in a few minutes for year number 3. I think there'll be a little bit of a break, probably about 5 or 10 minutes, and then we'll get going as soon as possible. Thanks very much for tuning in, guys. See you soon.
See you now.